Alright, let's see some proof. I feel like we always just jump into these because, like, especially with Danganronpa, I feel no need for an intro because I just want to get into it.
Yeah.
Evidence if Futako was killed before Hifumi, the watch. I feel like there was something, the watch. Are we really doing this? Oh, Hangman's Gambit.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing another, Gee, I wonder what it could be. Okay. See, why couldn't they have done this for the last case when we had to,
Yeah, instead of using schizo.
instead of using something horribly offensive.
Yeah.
Like, you can do longer words, game. Now,
I guess people wouldn't know how to spell
But then,
schizophrenia, but
but
like,
then again, it was more confusing that they used, like, a very bad slur.
Yeah.
I got it. Papa's wristwatch.
The other thing is, sometimes these mini games are just in place of when I could easily just present evidence. Like, it really is just what's it called? Phoenix Wright, but with mini
See?
games.
Look, it broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
My
It
God.
must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
It was working. We already went over this. Oh, hang on. Hey, you! How long are you gonna keep us waiting? Talk with irritated voice, pissed the eyes, stare, point. Yeah, I get it. It's almost 10 o'clock. You know that bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
so if it wasn't broken after 6
Can you
last
stop?
night,
Oh,
then
he
he
knocked
must
it on
have been
the thing.
attacked around 6 this morning.
Him and his stupid bone. Okay, got it. The dog is really bad about his bone. No, dog! He keeps knocking onto the cabinet. Take it. Can you go get his bone? He's gonna keep knocking on it. He's gonna keep hitting transformer, and it's gonna keep making noise. And maybe I won't pick up the mic. As he knocks it over. It's just distracting. So,
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
you guys, I am 7 steps
And
ahead of
before
you.
Celeste was attacked this
You're like,
morning,
I'm already
which
convicting.
happened around 7.
Yeah. I've already cast my vote. Can you guys just hurry this up?
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
Yeah.
That simple fact
You got
slipped
it.
past all of us.
Good for him.
Good boy.
Can you stop pushing it under there? He always loves pushing it under a place.
Yeah.
He's so stupid.
Well, the idea I think that he's going for is he wants like something to resist him so he can push it up. Because what he will do if he brings it on the couch and we're not here, he'll push it up the pillow so that it falls backwards, and then he'll push it up the pillow and then it'll fall backwards.
Yeah, this dog is an expert with playing with his bone.
Yeah. Yeah.
This dog is an expert in playing with himself.
We made the wrong
Yeah.
assumption about the order of events, all
Yeah,
because
so
of
you need
those
a puppy
justice
fight.
hammers.
Funny enough, the Justice Hammers don't come into aren't a truth bullet.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size.
Oh, he has something else, something small and choking hazard. Like,
Hey, hero.
That way, when we
maybe we
saw
should
how they were used
put
in
him
each
in a
incident,
different
we'd
bit.
easily make that
No,
wrong
it's
assumption.
fine. He's been doing good.
yeah, yes. But also his paws make a lot of noise.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
By God, what's it concerned?
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
Hell, even Celeste didn't have an alibi for them.
That may
By
be true
God,
in the
I
case
know
of
who it
Taka's
is.
murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's
That
right.
is true.
With him, at least, we're all safe.
Not exactly. Huh?
What was that? That gift from downstairs, it must have been.
I hope we can finish this episode, this episode.
When we heard Hifumi scream,
Look at
we were
Mc.
all together,
I just thought Marco was like,
except for
huh.
Hiro and Kyo.
He's also thinking about what to do for lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking about roast
He's like,
beef.
blah, 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 blah.
Any roast beef? A lot of people just think
Then
about
we all
lunch.
ran down to the nurse's office. And
I'm
that's
sorry,
where we
Genocide
found
Jill
his
is blah,
body.
blah, blah, blah. Monokuma is blah, blah.
Yep.
Totally true. We're
I
all
was
in the
eating
clear.
Cheerios.
Yep.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
You know, I really wish that you need to think
If
more
that's
about this
true,
Martin.
where's the tape?
Use your brain,
I don't know.
Imagine proposing something like this, and then you just come out with, I don't know.
Don't
Yeah.
just go making stuff up.
That's a great idea. Where's the tape? You figure it out.
It reminds me of like, it really reminds me of like Phoenix's bluffing tactic in
we all
Ace
have
Attorney.
rock-solid alibis for
But
when
like,
we
if
heard
he didn't
Hifumi's
have the
scream.
some evidence to like sort of support his bluffs,
Yeah.
because he bluffs a lot, but usually he has some sort of evidence to push his bluff forward, and usually that helps him.
Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
But what if he was
And it
not
does not
dead?
stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared.
Guys, I have a secret for you.
When his body vanished from the nurse's office,
He was
Hina
not
and
dead.
I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct?
Yeah, it's real convenient that you two went to the bathroom. How
And then there's
convenient.
the disappearance of Taka's
My
body
sock
from the
is cut on my
equipment
toe.
room.
Okay, there we go.
At that time, we were all gathered together in
I actually
the nurse's
did.
office because of Hifumi going missing.
So shut up.
Well,
Bottom
don't
down
forget,
after you
I was
turn them.
passed out in the equipment room.
No,
the
because I
whole
hate
time.
that. You know that like filing and grinding messes with my ears.
Yeah, but you really should do that.
Well, shut up.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
You are. Listen, she's still the guest
Even if she
suspect.
could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
Why do you allow Hiro to talk? Can we go back to that bound and gag him idea? I know he's not the murderer anymore, but I kind of just want him to shut
Yeah.
up.
Because, as we just
Hero!
established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his
Hero!
body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
Good boy,
In
stay
other
over
words,
here.
it is impossible.
I love that. I love Jill's what Jill had there. Besides, I didn't do it.
Besides, I didn't do it. Fuck off.
On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they
Kyoko.
most certainly could
She
have
said
done
every
those
name
things.
weird.
Yeah, it's because of the weird, like, mixed accent.
Yeah.
Hero, come here.
So what now, Kyoko?
We play another mini
Now,
game.
we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles.
Yeah, we've been going around in circles for a while
So
now,
instead
Kyoko.
of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular,
Hero.
I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
I have a theory, and it's gonna sound crazy, but believe it or not, I have evidence.
That's true.
Did not trip them.
We
I
searched
showed the big
everywhere,
ones.
but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body
Shut up.
disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
Ow. Come here. Come here.
He could
Come
not
here,
have
let's
been gone
cuddle.
for more than a minute or two, though.
Come here.
So then the killer was able to move, to get in and move Fumi's body in that short amount of time. It would seem so.
Whoa, puppy
his
butt.
body
Puppy butt, hit the
apparently
mic. Puppy butt,
disappeared
hit the
in
mic.
one
You
minute
always
her
bring
and
him up there,
Hina
of
took their
course.
eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way!
Thank
It'd be
you.
impossible!
Little did you know.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
If you only-
Got it.
If
This dog did it.
If you eliminate the impossible, everything that remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth.
What? How?
Look at Hina. Huh?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Hey, we got there.
We didn't really get there. Kyoko kind of just answered the question. Makoto,
Dead body moved on its own?
has anyone considered that maybe, just maybe, he wasn't dead?
No! Not another... ghost! I don't think it has anything to do with
Sometimes
the occult.
Hero is needed just
I
for
think
those
what she's
lines.
implying
Yeah.
is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
That's true.
Alive?
I mean, you did get to hear his final words. We
Are
knew he
you
was
saying
alive.
Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Except he wasn't. I mean, you got to hear his last words.
He was simply playing dead.
It isn't possible.
Oh, it isn't Celeste. So you say. The idea that Hifumi is still alive. Is it really possible? Okay, time for a conversation. Make your argument. Broken with watch being books and Celeste account. None of these are gonna help me. Right?
Are you saying?
I need to look at what Celeste account is.
They left to go to the bathroom, but they were only gone for a minute or two.
Yeah, okay, so one of those ones.
That when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement
Just
was
gonna hold on
made.
to that for now.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Oops, the other way around. My bad. What does that do with what I said? That you just not know what you're doing. Yeah, it's the latter. My bad.
Are you
Your heart
saying
is
that
so
when we first
low.
found there's a
They are,
chance
I know.
It is in Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovered. Hifumi's dead body, and that is.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Told you, you don't have to give it up.
I know, it just forces
Are
out.
you
That's how.
saying that when we first there's a chance he
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body. Hifumi's dead body, and that is.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he
No.
Okay, but
It is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body
Had been found.
No,
you stupid whore! I might fail this job just 'cause I keep jumping the
Was the body
gun.
discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Be aware.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
Why are you looking up, Makoto? He's like, I guess he has to look up to everyone because he's so short. Maybe, but that's also the time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long
keep-
after
if you keep
finding
messing
his
with the dog,
body
you're
that
gonna
we
keep
heard
making
the
noise.
announcement.
I'm trying to get him
So
in a
there's a
position
good
he
chance
can't.
we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
How'd that work?
First of all, if two
Not
bodies
well.
had been found, there really
can't
should have
keep
been
panting, it's
two
probably hot.
announcements.
He is probably kind. He is super kind.
Maybe
Ah, no!
Monokuma simply got lazy.
And honestly,
and
he
rolled
is
them
old.
together
He
into
is
one.
the expert in messing up our recording sessions.
What do you say,
There he
Monokuma?
goes.
Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't
Yeah.
go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
You really want to say that to the guy who can send thousands of spears through your body
Well,
right now?
actually, that was plenty. Huh? He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
But he made the announcement again later. Thank you, Byakuya.
That's true. Then why was the announcement
I didn't think about
made
that.
again
Is that what I was
later
missing?
on?
Okay. And there's still one more thing.
Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Second body discovery announcement. First time I played when we found each body in the nurse's office and equipment room. Second time was when both bodies were rediscovered. I think I'll
We
look
heard
at
it a
parts of that.
second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Ding dong, ding dong. Body has been discovered. After some amount of time, you may use how the flashlight was in. Yeah.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
In fact, I think it also didn't play until after Hifumi's last words.
In reality,
No, I played before.
Oh, then Monokuma just sucks at his job.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure he was confident that Hifumi was dead that time.
Yeah, I think he knew.
And then was like, fuck, when he talked. But he was like,
Yeah, because I remember, because Hifumi wasn't dead the first time, but then he wasn't dead the second time.
When the 2 dead bodies were
I guess he
rediscovered,
assumed that the second
them
blow
was
to his head
actually-
probably actually killed him.
being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
This is the big problem when people make these perfect plans. There's always little flaws that they can't
Meaning,
account
he
for.
wasn't actually found
Especially
dead
when you
until we
rely
came
on
upon
another
him in the
person.
repository.
And that's just part of it.
I feel like we covered this already in another game we
There's
played.
one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know!
Ew, please give your insight.
We're gonna play dead! Bada bing, bada boo!
No, but thank you
That
for
is
your
the
input.
worst logic I have ever heard.
Hey,
agreed, but fuck off.
better than your fuck all logic.
But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
There's a
Bitch,
few
you so
things.
wrong.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body.
That dog is always making noise.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't realize it until you're doing a recording. Stop trying to eat Cheerios in the
Then
pizza
it
box.
should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
The cat might like get in the way during recordings, but at least she's quiet. Worst thing is her bell. Okay. I have to be very careful with this one because I don't think I can make a mistake. It's definitely Hifumi's glasses.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found
I'm
Hifumi's
gonna listen to the
body
whole
was in
thing
the
this
nurse's
time
office.
because I don't want to jump the gun.
And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Oh shit! I
And
thought I
the
was gonna
next
shoot both of
time
them.
we saw his body,
My bad.
it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned,
What?
What?
Okay,
Oh!
that time you messed me up. So if we lose, that time it's on you.
I thought.
well, here's one
So
thing
she
we do
says, nothing was
First time we
different
found Hifumi's
after that,
body was
but
in
I
the
thought,
nurse's office.
other than how the body was positioned, nothing was moved. I thought that was all one word.
And the next
Or
time
all
we
one
saw
thing.
it was in the
That's on
When you
me.
compare his body
Yep.
before other
My
than the change in
bee.
how
I was
it
actually getting some
positioned,
parts back.
There was no notable difference.
Yeah, see, I thought that was part of the last statement.
Yeah. Okay.
That's on me.
That time you jumped the gun. This is why you shouldn't help. No game.
In
Okay.
fact,
You also
there was
should do
one
that
clear
for the
difference
camera.
between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses.
I honestly will continue to listen to the whole thing if you hadn't told me that.
That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead
It's
in the
okay.
beginning.
Everyone jumps the gun sometimes. I've done it a couple times.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
Yes, I was unaware of how this idiot fucked up my plan.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office
Oh
trash
yeah,
can.
I'm ahead of you. I still know why I'm feeling. These stupid little glasses cleaning can.
I got it! It was a glasses
Hero.
cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
The pretty pudgy princess.
One
or
look at the
whatever it's called.
bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean.
And since it was no longer in mint condition, toss.
And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
From friggin' Hina's like, do I have to, she's like really trying so hard to be like, I paid attention.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
Who knows? Maybe Hiro was a secret
I
fan.
see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Yeah, that's believable.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Also believable.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
I also forgot that Toko wore glasses until that moment. It didn't,
So
I
what
wasn't
you're
thinking about it.
saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
Bitch, you ain't. There's several things wrong with that statement. One, why would anyone else do it? Two, how would they know if a glasses cleaning cloth on him? And three, shut up.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Well, possibly someone trying to throw us off the trail.
And it must have been
Maybe
him,
Byakuya.
right?
I'm onto you.
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office.
I just want to assume every case is just Byakuya.
He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
I wonder what the one thing I'm figuring out is. It just hasn't come up yet.
Pretending to be dead.
It hasn't.
When it, I feel like it has something to do with
all
the
that
handbooks.
blood? Was it paint or something?
Well, yeah, there's that, but it's something to do with
The
how
nurse's
everything played
office
out.
contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
I honestly
Gross.
don't think
He figured
you're
if
gonna
he was
have to
play dead, he should
address
go
it until
on.
like
We
you
just
have to
dumped
review
it
the case
everywhere.
in the comic book
But he
section.
got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. Oh, what an idiot.
Yeah, he probably just dumped it on his head and didn't
And
think
if
about it.
Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained.
While we were all distracted, he ran up the
It
stairs
should
to
be
get it.
perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
The one where Taka's body was Taka himself. Nah, I
A
think.
gun! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Oh, Jill.
After
Love
the
it.
bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository.
Yeah, but it was locked because Fu was probably waiting for his master.
But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who
None of
just
these pictures are
finished
really
stashing
flattering.
Taka's
I
body.
know- Mondo's is okay, and so is
Chihiro's
Chiro's.
is good.
He convinced us all he was dead.
'Cause
And
Mondo
when he
is just
saw
Mondo.
his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Oh, snap. Yeah, this is definitely reminiscent of the first case.
That means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
Really?
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
If you make me present it, I swear to God.
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Ah.
It's finally time for him to put that goddamn piece of paper together. Well, in a second.
Yeah.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi
I didn't think
hidden
he had
away,
taken
aren't
it,
you?
but I definitely. I don't know why I didn't think he had taken it. I thought the actual murder had, and then like given it to him. But
Hidden note?
Nope, keep taking it.
yep.
That's right.
Still not the thing
He
that you're
found it
missing.
stuffed in his pants.
Yeah.
What? In his...
Gross. She's excited about that.
Yes, his pants.
Sakura, down, girl.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
Like even Jill was shocked by that, but
She was
Sakura,
like, what?
and Sakura was like,
His pants?
Sakura was like, yes, his pants.
She's like, yes, that makes sense for that fuck.
found a hole. Maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. We need to at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go.
Hero, you're a little off.
Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
So from what I gathered, the order of events was probably they took the picture, then they met with Hiro, tranked him, stuffed him in the locker, and then they met with Taka, killed him, and then waited till 7 to put the rest of their plan to action.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
That's what I've gathered. The only other
You're almost exactly right.
they kind of, well, he had to be in the suits, so they could. Oh, they put them in the suit and slump him over while he was tranked. That's kind of funny. I forgot that's in pieces.
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants.
Dude, Hifumi's pants, though.
They always give you one really throwaway answer.
The killer
there's
used
one
this
of
note
them
to draw
that's
out
like
Taka and murder him.
all 3 could be the answer. I don't remember what it is.
Probably later.
Objection!
Hell, it could have already happened for all I know.
I
Probably.
don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
He was falling.
So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy.
Love her nicknames. I love them so much.
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
You got it, Milky Swimmer girl.
Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
How
I
dare
mean-
you ruin my perfect nicknames?
I'm with her.
Man, Genocide Jill is seriously scary, but still, can't let it get to me. Are we just gonna think her argument this time?
Just making it.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
Hi. Sorry to everyone that I made yawn.
Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy.
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok.
No.
That time I was ahead of the game.
And also, that was the last statement anyway.
Yeah, that I know it's after
No.
the fact though.
There absolutely is a connection.
It correlates with his time of death.
What the hell are you talking about?
What the hell are you talking about?
What you talking about, Willis?
The note said
the
to
fuck
me
you talking
at
about?
6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
She said that so
We've
fast.
already proven that.
Like,
using
she
the
said, like,
wristwatch.
if she didn't say it fast, it would end her.
What are you, Hero,
But
what are you
there's
doing?
more. Look where the note says to meet.
Exactly where he
Equipment room,
died.
right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be
Does
plain.
Makoto's
So
jacket have
this
2
note was
zippers, like
definitely
one at the
meant for
top and
Taka.
one at the bottom? I haven't really paid much attention to it.
Well, when you put it like that.
No further objections.
Her laugh died off there. It was almost like she was a little heartbroken that she was proven wrong.
Someone used that note
She's
to
so
trick
cute, I love
Taka.
her.
Just the same as me.
She's honestly like the most adorable serial killer ever. She's at least funny.
Culprit
I
really
love
is a
her.
cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way
I
out.
want a
If
genocide
they
Jill.
gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
I'd
The will to protest died the same way her
No.
laugh did.
it was just the fact that like I was gonna protest against you having her, but like I feel like you're safe. You're a woman.
Yeah.
Like I'm screwed. I don't want her in the house because I just don't want to be next to a murderer that only kills guys.
Down his
Yeah.
pants, no less.
Mostly because if she doesn't, that just means she doesn't think I'm cute, and then I'm just offended.
Most likely.
Well, I mean, she
Hifumi
hasn't killed
stole it off
Byakuya yet, and
Taka's
she very
corpse
clearly
after he
thinks that
died.
he's cute.
Yeah, but then I think she wants. That's the thing. I think that's only a matter of time. It's a matter of how quick she can get in his pants.
She's like, can I have babies with you, then murder?
She wants to have his kids, and then she's gonna shrink him.
Yeah.
That or Toko has some control over Jill, and it's like, please don't. And she's like, fine, I think he's cute anyways.
He stole it?
Oh, I finally remembered the thing from Split. So, when we were talking about Jill, I couldn't remember what the term they used for their difference, for the different personality was. It was alters. They used the term alters in that movie. Like,
Weird.
each one is on an altar, but it's also their alter egos. And that's why they used it, and it was really clever. And so when you were saying it was kind of, so when you were talking about it, I was like, is it alters? No, but I couldn't think of the word. It finally came to me, and I feel like it's partially because we had to deal with alter ebro, because that word was now fresh in my mind. That was killing me for days, and I didn't think about, and it just hit me just now.
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Proof that Fumi stole the note from Taka. Do, 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 do. You guys are fools, I'm ahead of you.
I got it!
Hey, you ready for them to finally put those two pieces of paper together?
As ready as I was for 11037. At least this one wasn't as bad.
If I'm right about this, the sheet
They
of
don't
paper
look like they
this piece
fit.
Came from is. I knew it.
Ba-ding!
It fits
I guess they
perfectly
do.
with the
I
note
wasn't-
we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap.
Pup Hero is just
Fumi's note.
eating his tail.
We're from the same paper. Keep up, Hina.
They're from the same piece of paper.
He always looks like he's doing a Yu-Gi-Oh pose. Like, I draw!
Hifumi had the note meant
Like,
for Taka,
I want some
while
freaking
Taka's
trading
corpse
cards in
still
his hand when he
grasped a
does that
small piece
pose.
of that note.
Okay.
There's only one way to explain it.
As long as he's not making noise, I'm fine with him.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap.
So
Did
now,
I get all that right?
Yeah, you nailed it, big baby
Fumi
girl.
knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
And also, it was like in his handwriting, but like whatever.
After seeing all this, Hifumi
I wish I
was
had
super
Celeste's
involved in
picture
this
of the
whole
truth
thing for
bullet.
Sure.
just so I can look at it.
In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact,
Huh?
he's still
I
alive.
want Celeste thing as a truth bullet. Also, Hero, please stop trying to make points. Like, that's like the worst thing, is when he tries to make points.
He tries.
No.
Dude,
He's trying just like this dog is trying to burrow
The bo-
into the bed.
the body discovery announcement, dude.
When we
Bing
found
bong,
him in the
bing bong, bing
repository,
bong.
Hifumi was truly
dong,
and
ding dong
complete.
for
The
murder.
second body discovery
Ah!
announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Same person
Whoever
I could talk
did
about.
is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was
The true
killed in the
Blacken.
repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
Very small
During
window.
that time, we'd all split up and were searching for
This is a
Taka's
very
missing body.
precision case. Like that's the problem with making small, precise movements like this. It's tricky, and I think everyone has a hard time figuring it out. In fact, I think I'm the only one on the right page right now. Maybe Byakuya and Kyoko.
Oh, Kyoko's already got the whole thing figured out.
True, Byakuya maybe. I'm not quite sure. He might know exactly what happened, but he might not know who the culprit is.
In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
As is tradition.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
What an insult.
Call it a walrus.
You. I think she
When
was
they
pretty
were
clear.
killed bothers me
Yeah.
too. But there's something
Hey,
that's been
look,
bothering
think of
me
it this way. She
even
didn't
more.
talk about you.
Hey, you ready for the only important thing he ever says?
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
Wow, you're actually on the right track for once.
Weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
By God, you said something worthwhile. His high must be wearing off.
But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository...
Okay, you only could go so far. Like, please stop. This is starting to scare me.
Culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi,
Jill, you're still very much in shock. Maybe you should calm down, baby
put the
girl.
hammer back where they found it.
That's something kind of odd about them staying in the same pose when they're in that they were in last. Because Hifumi and Jill are just staring at not Hifumi, Hina and Jill are just staring at each other, pissed as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I imagine they're having their own argument while we're actually trying to solve the
But
case.
wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
Like as this is going on, just white noise of them bitching at each other just across the screen.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance
Who you
of a
calling
brain
big
knocking
tits?
around that
You
skull of
milk
yours
jugs.
after all.
You know, Byakuya, that one got a laugh out of me.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
Well, I think it might be rattling around a little bit.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments.
Maybe it was the same. No, it couldn't have been the same one because that would imply it would have
But if
blood
the
on it.
hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on
Guys, they were
either
in the
of
repository.
hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
Sure you
So
don't.
which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Well, I mean with enough force.
Then,
Don't rile your brain too hard, honey.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, 5 hammers were missing from the repository walls.
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Oh,
There
thank
was
God.
only 4 missing.
Thank God, hero's back to normal.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
You mentioned this earlier.
The hammer that was wiped clean?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was used to kill Taka, then wiped clean, but I guess it was used to kill Fumi, then wiped clean. So I guess that was where it was off. My bad.
You're still off.
Somehow I have
on
to
one
find the
thing.
truth. Probably. But I imagine I should probably put the spotless hammer just in case.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
The hammer,
Was
of
it
course.
Justice Hammer 3?
No.
Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info.
I have already screenshotted what that leads to. It is nothing related to Danganronpa, and it pisses me the fuck off.
Oh, you have to show me the screenshot.
About it.
What does it lead to?
Just like a random
I also
website for someone.
I also have to listen to that again real
What
quick
was used to kill Hifumi?
because I got
Was it
distracted by
Justice Hammer 3?
Justice Hammer, the
Maybe
white
Justice
link.
Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness
I assume
them
I have to use
carrying
the spotless hammer on that statement.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear.
I love how everyone just
The
ignores
murder
that.
weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
No, that's wrong.
There was the contradiction. I thought it was
The murder weapon wasn't a
Justice
Justice
said.
Hammer at all. No.
Just look at her still
it was
laughing at her
something
own joke.
completely different.
But
She's so happy about it.
seriously?
She really was proud of that one.
Specifically,
She's
the
like
hammer from the
Jeremy whenever he makes one
The
of those
killer could have
stupid
easily used that
web
to kill
link.
Hifumi.
Yes.
Now, all
I
the
miss
hammers
those.
in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
It doesn't look that clean. It looks whatever. It's not important. If they say it's scrubbed clean, it's scrubbed
And the
clean.
reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
And then they could just be like, slide back on.
I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones,
medium ones, red ones, blue ones.
See?
1 hammer, 2 hammer, red
So,
hammer, blue hammer.
Here's the thing: the top and bottom shelves are both the same, so they're missing one of the.
Yeah,
smallest.
I see now.
Yeah, and then there's only 4 missing.
Okay. I imagine Taka actually was killed with Justice Hammer 4.
And even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
More like they just used them, dude. I mean, it's very clear they're gone.
Yeah.
Like, is no one gonna acknowledge that?
That would explain the Monokuma Files note about the wounds being similar.
Similar, but not the
So
same.
Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
I imagine that when Celeste came in, he didn't expect it, so she just grabbed one, killed him, clunked him, and that's why she had him move it to the repository. So he wouldn't suspect a thing. There wouldn't be a Justice Hammer prep.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
It's so odd to think that there actually was a case that him with an accomplice, because I wasn't expecting that.
I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
Celeste, you're really bad at this. Like, really you should try being quiet. You're the one kind of pushing the case
The
forward.
way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out the murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
Yeah. Well, there wouldn't be any reason to work together. At least if we thought first, but... Alter ego. Someone took it. Since none of these are gonna help me. I need to draw a statement
Based
this
on the
time.
rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can
I always wonder who's
graduate
saying what
and
sometimes.
survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that 2 people work together on
I
this.
mean, it's not impossible, just
That
unlikely.
is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
Okay, have to figure out which one of these is used on which. It's impossible to accomplish with the same or with the assumption. Oh, maybe. Oh, I haven't considered something. Did Hifumi kill Taka and then Taka got killed? I haven't considered the possibility that maybe they
Based on
weren't
the rules that
accomplices.
have been laid out for us, even if more
What
than
you
one
said does not
person
make
is
sense.
complicit in the
Hifumi
murder,
killed Taka, then
only the
Hifumi
one
got
who
killed.
There you go. I was
My
like,
bad.
what?
Listen,
I was
some-
like, wait a minute, what?
There's a lot of thoughts going through my brain and they're mixing together. Which one of these do I use on which? I'm trying to figure that out.
that 2
Impossible.
people work together on
What
this.
do you have in your book, Sam?
That is
The
how
blue
was
tarp,
explained
the
to
blue
us.
crutch,
But that only
and
really
the
applies
spotted
if there's
salmon.
one
None
murder,
of these.
right?
Yeah.
In this
I
case,
don't
however,
remember what order
there
it
were
goes in.
2 murders.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't. That's the thing. I have so low hearts already. I don't want to just shoot one.
I know, but
I guess if there was I guess 2 murders hitting impossible is the more likely one.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more
Because
than
it's
one
like-
Yeah, I
person
think
is
so.
complicit, only
Yeah.
the one
That's
who
what I have to
actually
guess.
carried out the
Ah,
act,
shit.
assuming the
I just want the
rule
extra
holds
time,
true,
just
it
because.
is simply impossible that 2
it only
people
helps
work
that it's
together.
little.
That is how the
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this
If I'm
case,
wrong, I just have
however,
one other
there were
way
2
it can
murders.
go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like it's gonna take too much away.
Based on the rules that have even if more than one person is complicit in the only the one who actually carried out
Dude.
the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true.
Bitch!
No, it's wrong.
I feel like that one seems pretty easy. Mostly just because it was 2 statements and
Since
one
there
had
were
to come
2
to the
murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't
Yeah,
really
no one's
worth
considered that
considering.
maybe one of that there was a murder, and then perhaps someone murdered the murderer.
Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
Makoto.
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme.
Have you never heard risk reward?
There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
Yeah, so I imagine Hifumi killed Taka on the belief that he took alter
You're
ego.
saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime.
Yep.
And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders.
There was 2 murders committed by 2
Instead,
people.
each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents.
Is that what I hadn't figured out?
And it only looked
It was the
one
fact that you
person
thought the Celeste
because
killed both
that's
of
how
them.
the true killer
Yeah,
designed
okay.
it to look.
I can't, like I said, once this case unraveled a bit more, I was able to
Single
get to it.
suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
Clever
The
and all that.
mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan.
Yeah, this was actually a really
Then,
smart
to
plan.
avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply
If you were
killed
with,
their
I mean, if
accomplice.
you were with like a jury of heroes, you would have gone away with it.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan.
It's so
from
weird
the
to say
very
hero,
beginning.
considering that's also me.
And also me.
Yeah.
Awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
We'll find out how they could be next time on Danganronpa!
Jeez, I keep losing track of how long these episodes get.
I was just waiting for someone to ask a question so that I could do that.
Yeah. Alright. Well, we'll find out next time. I mean, we know how she's so cool. $10 million.
Dude, the reasoning for this murder is hilarious.
There's $10 million. Someone, a huge gambit, and of course, a chance to kill Hifumi. Who would turn this up?
Yeah, I know, right?
Especially a gambler. And see you guys next time.